day of school. Yeah. You're a fine-looking bunch, and we had a great year. I think we had a lot of successes. I hope that after this afternoon, after we're done giving a lot of recognitions, you just think back on the year and things that just went well for you, things that went well for classmates, and even as a school. Sometimes we just have to stop and think, like, what do we celebrate this year? And just think of those that worked for you and made your year pretty good, especially the highlights. Like I said, we have a lot of recognitions to give out today, and I'll MC it. So teachers, we did not rehearse this at all. So I will call up a content area or a topic that we're presenting on, and teachers and staff of you choose to come up when you're called up. And let's do this. We've got a lot to do. So yay! All right, we are going to start with math. So would the math teachers come up, middle and high school, math teachers come on up.
I also need to recognize my colleagues, the staff, the administration. It's been a really wonderful year, and I'm sure many of you know how much goes on behind the scenes to make all of you welcome and have an excellent educational experience. So, I taught 4 high school math classes this year. I'd like to talk very briefly about each of these. I get to go on and on because I'm the first person. Other folks will have to squeeze in. My Algebra 1 concepts group was an excellent group of very energetic students. We learned a lot together about solving equations, graphing linear equations, and how to work well in a noisy, rambunctious room. The growth that I witnessed in these students was simply amazing. The number of students who do not know how to multiply the 12 by 12, don't have those memorized, but are able to work through pretty complex problems is really amazing. The student I would like to recognize for outstanding growth in mathematics is Nicole King. These students are such a gift. The Algebra 1 College Prep and Honors Group was a class altogether. We also witnessed some extraordinary growth. And this crew was another energetic, perhaps not always great at doing their homework, and yet amazed me with their ability to move forward with concepts and grow as a group, help each other, which was lovely to witness. The student in particular that I would like to recognize for persistent focus and dedication to excellence in mathematics is Ella Travis. I get the extra gift of working with many of these students again next year, which I'm really excited about. I worked with a crew of Algebra 2 concept students, and this group also did wonderfully with a lot of growth. I could recognize each of these students. From day to day, they would come and not participate or be amazing, and the times where they grew, I earnestly could say each of these individual students could be recognized. I decided to focus on the last unit, which was quadratics. And there was one student in particular who really stood out. So, has an incredible engagement and understanding of quadratics, I would like to recognize Lucas Britton. I wish you had seen it. This student ate it up like it was something he was born with. The last group that I got the pleasure of working with was an Algebra 2 CP level group, and that group sort of switched between Ms. Holbrook and I mid-year, so some of the students I had for the full year. In general, this was a smaller crew of students. This was a crew of students I could expect to show up, have their homework done mostly, participate in class, take notes, ask me questions. We could go through what I called a discovery lesson, where I wouldn't teach them. I would ask them questions. What happens when it looks like this? And what if we add this? And their questions and their ability to lead me through the material was amazing. I could also recognize each of these students for the wonderful gifts that they brought me this year. However, I chose one student that I would like to recognize in particular for growth mindset and resilience in mathematics. This award goes to Abby Peck.
I wrote something short for each one of my awards. I just want to say that I'm so proud to have had time with you at Wiscasset. I'm going to miss you all dearly. And I really know that the group of kids I'm looking at right now are out to do some great things in the world. Each award that I'll be giving today is an award for excellence in mathematics. And I'll be doing it by class. I had the pleasure of teaching all the way from freshmen to seniors this year, so I really got to interact with most of our students. The first award for excellence in mathematics will be going to a student who takes Honors Algebra 2 with me. This student works hard and strives for perfection. This student puts in so much work and time and care into their assignments. They are always striving for perfection, always doing revisions if it's possible, and truly strives to understand all of the mathematical concepts that we go over in class. Additionally, they've been an important leader for the underclassmen on the math team, which I was the coach of this year. This student is kind to all and is all around just a very good person. I'm really excited to see the great things that Greg and Eddie will be accomplishing during their time at Wiscasset. Come on up with me. All right. The next award will be going to a sophomore for excellence in mathematics. This sophomore is a well-rounded student, makes honor roll, is a star athlete here, and is on student council. This student works really hard and is extremely motivated. Some examples of that, she puts in so much extra time. Meeting with me after school, asking for extra resources that she can take home to practice more. I hope that this student is able to see how talented they are and truly gain the confidence that I would have if I were in her shoes. The student has had so much amazing progression this year in Honors Algebra 2. She is just fantastic. I know that Jessie is on track to do amazing things. Jessie Reinbold, congratulations on excellence in mathematics. All right, this last student will be receiving 2 awards. One award for the excellence in mathematics for the junior class, as well as a very impressive award for the East-West Conference All-Stars for our math league. This student is super funny. I get along with him so well, just always joking around. He's kind. He's also naturally talented at math. Just clicks with him. This student, I've never experienced anyone more proficient in factoring, polynomials, and quadratics. It's super impressive. He's better at it than I am. He's great at showing us different ways to think about math. This member has also been, person has also been an essential member of our math team. Lately, we've been indulging in wiki speed runs and racing to see who gets it more quickly. This student, I know, will plan on using mathematics and science in their life and is planning on pursuing veterinary sciences. Elijah Bouchard, come on down.
All right, Mr. Dwyer had to take a little break, but we will move on to English and come back to him. So for the English teachers, please come on up. We will start with middle school English teachers.
All right, I'm Ms. Dumas. I had the pleasure of teaching both 6th grade ELA and social studies this year, so these awards will be for both of those subjects. I have some notes. All right, for this student, this is the most improved on the main through-year assessment in reading. For a reference, most students go up about 2 points on average. This student went up 22 points between winter and spring. Jackson Luto. All right, I like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable on my subject matter, but I have a student who likes to teach me a lot of fun facts that I don't know. Most likely to be on Jeopardy Award goes to Jude Hendershot. All right, we had a couple of research projects this year, and this student is great at asking questions, and then digs in and then asks more questions, which are followed by more questions and more research. The remarkable research in the 6th grade is Emma Stewart. All right, for trying her hardest, asking lots of questions and persisting even when things are difficult. Anna Travis. All right, this student started the year with a little bit of difficulty, but he's become a great student, focused in class, works well with partners and in small groups. Big turnaround, Deacon Howard. All right, this is the Miss Dumas, what are we doing today? Most enthusiastic, no matter what we're doing, Everett Oaks. All right, always makes us laugh, but can generally reel it back in when it's time to get serious. The Jester Award goes to Hunter Bailey. for always doing the right thing, working hard, and trying his best. The Integrity Award goes to Ricky Clark. All right, and last but not least, the student, so creative, great artist. I loved being able to ask for summaries in picture form. Creativity Award goes to Hope Thomas.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Wade. I'm 7th and 8th grade ELA, and I had a wonderful 7th grade both classes this year. We had a lot of fun, and we read some great books. We finished up with Lord of the Flies, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a sec. But in some cases, I'm choosing several students because I like to share the wealth, and I felt that these students truly deserve the different headings that I'm going to give you here. So we have best creativity in writing. So see, these are some really up-and-coming writers that started the beginning of the year with what I did this summer, and I went to Funtown and we did this and we did that and blah blah blah. And then by the end of the year, they had to rewrite boys. And George. It's okay, Paul. They had to rewrite a part of Lord of the Flies, the ending, beginning, something, and these kids just knocked it out of the park. So these are some very inspiring writers. If you can all come up at the same time. I have Aylin Martin, Abby Rogers, Taya Wright, Tim Fraser, and Natalie Loyola, and Ellie Smearden. Come on up. Tim actually won the Golden Conch Award, the William Golden Conch Award. He wrote a great story about all the boys in later life reminisce about their time on the island. Except Vicky. It's funny. And we would be remiss if we didn't have best teller of tales. Not to be confused with most creative writer, the best teller of tales. So that would be an in-school tale. My dog ate my homework, my gecko ate my homework. But very smart kids, and I really love these kids. Haley Frame and Chase Larrabee. This is a special award. There's only one person that got this, and this is somebody that knows a lot about literature, more than I do, and she always contributed so much to the class. Sarah Bella Kirk. Getting my steps in. Best consistent overall work. So in other words, this is somebody that just consistently did the assignments, all the worksheets, stayed with work, and really was always there, read the materials. So if I called on them, everything was great. It just added so much to the class. And again, I have several. I have Ellie Smearden, Taya Wright, Dominic Richardson, one of my top students, Aylin Martin, and two. That's it. Finally, just with the 8th grade, I'm most proud of this. These are my most improved students. So these were kids that began in the fall, and they were good students. But by the end of the year, they were exceptional students. Their writing improved, their comprehension, their everything that they added to the class. And again, I'm so proud of these kids. Haley Frame, Tim Frazier.
Morning, I'm Jean Phillips. I teach the high school English, and this year I actually taught freshmen through juniors. I normally only teach juniors. And I have one award for a student whose grade went from a C- to a B. And that is a 12% jump. It is the only student in my classes who was able to do that, and I would like to acknowledge that student. So English is Arnold Sorois.
We will make sure Arnold gets his certificate. Mr. Dwyer, if you could come up, please. And then on deck will be the science teachers.
Okay, middle school math, based on their performance in class and their improvement from fall to winter to spring on their two-year testing, achievement test. The Einstein Achievement Award for two top scores in 6th grade, Ricky Clark and Jude Hendershot. And the score improvement from the fall, highest improvement, 6th graders Everett Oaks and Hope Thomas. Okay, 7th grade. Based on their achievement and their scores, 2 Einstein Achievement Awards go to Baxter Hardwick and Chase Larrabee. And 7th graders, you guys all did a really good job this year, so a lot of you could have gotten this. But based on the scores, most improved 7th graders were Ellie Smearden and Aylin Martin.
All right, science teachers, if you could come up.
middle school and high school. I got some achievement awards in the area of science. You still can't have. I will call kids who have high achievement in science. Jude Hendershot,